What's up, everybody? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and today I am not in my normal spot, as you can see. I am actually in Kansas City today, and lots of stuff has come out over the last couple of days, and I have wanted to talk about it with you guys, but unfortunately, I've been on the road, I've been driving, and so have not been able to do so. But now I would like to talk to you about some of these things. And so hopefully I can get a couple of videos in. I'm actually here for a conference, so I'm here for work. But I always like talking with you guys and going over some of this stuff. And so one of the things that jumped out at me that I have not been able to talk about since the information came out, and that is that Warner Brothers is actually looking into doing a spin-off of Aquaman. Based upon the characters in The Trench. What's up, Jimbo? I'm good, man. How are you, bro? What is up? Now, Lori, you're gonna have to help me because I always forget what your real name is. I remember that it's not actually Lori, but you're gonna have to help me with what your real name is. What's up, Caleb? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you all. Why what? I don't know why what. Which is good to see you, man. Just good to see you. It's Justin. That's right. What's up, Justin? Good to see you. Why the trench? Yeah. So we're just now jumping into that. But I was just saying hi to everybody. So when you said why, I didn't know what you were talking about. But if you're watching this during the live stream, awesome. If you watch this later on, we're talking today about this possibility of them making a movie based on The Trench. Now, they're saying that this movie will have none of the characters of Aquaman, that it will only just be about the characters in The Trench. And so, Caleb, you brought this up, and I'm kind of torn on this because I kind of see both sides of the possibilities here. On the one side of me, there's this one side of me that says this is not the right move yet for DC. DC has finally enjoyed some success with Aquaman, and we're finally moving in the right direction. Let's build off of that, right? We're going to have Shazam. We're going to have Wonder Woman next year. We're going to have the Birds of Prey movie. Let's build on that. Let's do some of those things. Just make a Cthulhu movie, right? Right? I mean, like, why isn't that made yet? Can somebody tell me that why a Cthulhu movie is not made yet? I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Maybe we'll see him in there. Yeah, and Jimbo, so that's what I'm thinking, right? So there's one side of me that says, no, this movie does not need to get made right now. We need to build some positivity for DC, and then we can do some of this fringe stuff, right? We can do some of this stuff that's like on the outer layers, and that's fine. Then there's this other side of me that kind of goes, okay, well, James Wan has been a horror director. I mean, that's how he made his name, right? And so if that's the case, he knows how to make a scary movie, and The Trench would definitely be a scary movie. Maybe this could end up being good, right? We could all, like you said, Jimbo, we could end up like sleeping on this thing and just being like, well, I don't know if it's going to be that great. And then it comes out and it's like really, really good. So I'm really torn, I don't know what to think about this right now. I'm really interested in what direction they're going to go with it, because if it doesn't include any of the characters from Aquaman, the only tie-in is going to be just the fact that it's The Trench, right? And I'm sure we'll see trench warriors, and those characters, those designs are pretty cool, and that part of the story was great visually. I mean, that part alone should have won them some kind of award for the visuals, because I mean that scene where they jump down and they have the red flare and they're going down under the water and all the creatures are following them. That scene is amazing, and it's just a really scary thing when they're up on the boat and all the creatures just come in and they're just getting overwhelmed. That's just great, right? And so I think that it could work. I just don't know if it's the right timing. And I think if they're going to do it, James Wan is definitely the person to be directing that, to be like pushing that forward. But, it remains to be seen. Let's see, I'm reading what Caleb said. It says, would it be DC, though? See, yeah, I feel that the backlash from fans would be big if they just slapped the DC logo on a loosely connected sea monster movie. Bingo. Because I know that there's been, I'm not going to ever claim to be a big Aquaman like comic reader, right? I'm aware of Aquaman. I know Aquaman, you know, in as much as I know DC in general, but I haven't read a lot of Aquaman comics proper. So I know that there was a story, I think, about the trench or something like that years ago, or it may not have even been that long ago. So I don't know if this would be connected to that, but like you said, it's kind of more of a sea monster movie, or maybe I don't know, maybe it has something else to do. I don't know, but I mean, who are these sea monsters attacking, right? Like what is the who is the protagonist in this movie? If it all takes place in the sea, in the trench. They kind of alluded to that everything that's in there is kind of like these monsters and scary stuff, right? So who do people just warily end up there and end up getting attacked or you know, hunted by these things? I don't know. So I don't know where that goes. I don't know what part of that then will be connected, but I don't think that it's really connected. It doesn't have a lot of connective tissue to a true DC property. Other than the fact that it was in an Aquaman movie. Caleb says, I have no problem having new heroes or movies premiere in the movies, but new backstory lore, would that even work? Would general audiences accept it? And that's a good question. Or villains. Oh yeah, heroes or villains premiere in the new movies. Yeah, and that's the question, right? Like, is it worth doing at this point? And that's what I'm not sure of. I'm interested. I'm intrigued, but I'm not sure that it's the right move right now for DC. If you get James Wan to do it, and James Wan actually came out today and said that he would neither confirm nor deny it, but he basically confirmed it by saying, when I first did Aquaman, I was intrigued by this whole thing with the trench and just absolutely wrapped around it and stuff. And Walter Hamada, who is now in charge of DC, the movies there, I mean, him and James Wan worked together building up these horror franchises that we see today. And so the James Wan has been a part of like The Conjuring and other things. And I like those movies. I mean, as far as scary movies go, I enjoy those movies. I think that those are fun movies. I think they're done really well. I have yet to see one that's just absolutely just out and out cheesy and that I just really didn't enjoy. But I think that they should make an Aquaman 2 movie first. See, there's Caleb. Yeah, maybe an Aquaman 2. Maybe set up a specific monster in the trench. Yes, as a supporting character, sidekick to Momoa, and then spin that off. I think that would be the way to go. It's gotta make sense. And they have not yet announced that they're doing Aquaman 2. Obviously, they're going to do Aquaman 2. You don't have your movie make $1 billion and not do Aquaman 2. But I agree. You got to set it up. I don't think that there was enough setup for a trench movie in Aquaman. We just don't know enough about the trench. Maybe Lagoon Boy. Caleb says maybe Lagoon Boy. I like it. Yeah, I'd trademark that. I'd get on that, man. You know, because DC, I'm sure, is watching this video and ready to snap it up just like that, bro. Is he a real guy? You know what? See, I never watched Young Justice. So there you go. So I started watching Young Justice and I got to get back into it. Now that it's on the DC universe, I got to get back into it because I'm not familiar with Lagoon Boy. I know Aqualad and others like that, but I didn't know Lagoon Boy. He's a Fishman type monster hero. I think I've seen him. I did not know that his name was Lagoon Boy though. Man, it makes you scratch your head sometimes, doesn't it? Oh man, I don't know. That's funny. Lagoon Boy. Let's see. Yeah, Jimbo says, wait, he's onto something. Apparently he is onto something because it's apparently a real character. You wonder how sometimes, you know, these characters get named, right? But yeah, I knew Aqualad, but I was not aware of Lagoon Boy. But you know, that's the thing about Aquaman. Aquaman was a great movie in the fact that anything could go. I mean, you had an octopus playing drums, and I find it really interesting that, like, I've heard people who are just like they're just gonna hate on anything, right? So I've heard people like, oh, it's so stupid that an octopus was playing drums. That was dumb. DC sucks. But Ant-Man had a giant ant playing an electric drum set. And then I've had people literally mock the octopus one to me and then forget that that happened in Ant-Man. But it happened. And I think it makes more sense because there's actually more history behind the character of that octopus in Aquaman than there is about that ant, right? And so and what that octopus did, and that was the great thing about that, was that Aquaman, it was over the top, it was big, it still existed within the DCEU, but it still was this, it was comic booky, right? It still had, it wasn't as flamboyant as, say, you know, Batman and Robin or Batman Forever. It wasn't like that. It wasn't cheeky like that. It wasn't, you know, trying to do all that. It was still serious when it needed to be serious, and then it was a comic book movie at its heart when it needed to be a comic book movie. And so I appreciate that, and I really like that. And so that's why I could see, like, you could do a spinoff like this. But I just think it needs a little bit more. And that's kind of where I'm going. It says, let's see, Caleb says, Lagoon Boy as Aqualad? Make Aqualad a fishman from the trench that Aquaman that takes in as a symbol of peace between the trench, a representative, if you will. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Make Aqualad an actual, like, character like that instead of Aqualad being who he is and we've known him to be. I don't know. I think that basically some diehards, people who really are into Young Justice and other things, would probably cry foul. And right now, they really need to do everything they can to keep it from happening. It's kind of like the story of Robert Pattinson, I think it is, as Batman rumors, right? Everybody's saying, well, he's a really great actor now. It's not just the Twilight thing. I mean, he's a really great actor. He's a really great actor. And that may be so. I mean, I haven't really followed Robert Pattinson because I was never a fan of Twilight. And so I never got excited when his movies came out, and I never have gone to see him in it. But, like, people are really, like, kind of defending that now, saying, oh, he's a great actor. But here's the thing. Can DC really, they really don't need some big controversy over their next Batman, right? So I don't know if they need a controversy over Aqualad. Well, there are two Aqualads of different ethnicities, so this could be a way to sidestep. Yeah, that I do know. So you're reaching deep now for my Aquaman knowledge on that, because I did know that, but Yeah, you could have one that would be the more human Aqualad, I guess. I mean, and what if you just don't call him Aqualad, right? So I mean, it's just kind of Aqualad in spirit, you know. But like you said, it's somebody that Aquaman fights alongside. We see that. We see him presented in the next Aquaman movie, and then he's able to work with the trench and alongside. Yep, that's good. That's good. I like that, Caleb. I like that a lot. But, you know, so it'll be interesting to see where they go with this, what they do with this, and how they present this, because it's all going to be in the details, really, for this type of movie. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they do that. Jordan, so here's what's happening for tonight. And then I got to get going because I got to get to my conference. Tomorrow night, yes, the family will be indeed doing We Watch the Flash live with you. I'm hoping, my hope is to actually join you guys at some point for the talk back. I probably won't be able to join you for the actual watching of the Flash, you know, and watch it along with you guys in, like, live message, but hopefully afterwards I will be able to go ahead and do that and be able to talk to you guys. Hey, thanks, Jimbo. Yeah, I'm hopping off here too, man. Appreciate you guys, really do. So yes, we are on tomorrow for watching the Flash, and you guys can watch the Flash with the rest of my family as they watch the Flash with you, and then hopefully we can all talk about it afterwards. All right. And then of course, if I come home, if something happens that I really got to talk about, of course, I'm going to come home and I'm going to do a video about that because I just have to. All right, guys, there's lots of other stuff like that I got to get to, but like I said, I got to get going right now. But just give you a little something that's in my ear. Have you guys heard about these two other stories? One, everybody may not care about this one, but they're talking about making a MacGruber TV series. And I'm a big Saturday Night Live fan, so I love MacGruber, for those of you who know what that even is. Will Forte, hilarious. But then also, we also need to talk about Howard the Duck. So apparently Kevin Smith is going to be writing and directing a Howard the Duck TV show for Marvel. We got to talk about that. We'll do that at another time. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, it's been killing me these last couple of days just being on the road. But hopefully I'll steal some time away and be able to, if not do a live one, at least maybe I'll be able to make a couple of videos and we can have some back and forth in the comment section. All right, guys. Until next time, just keep trucking on, man, and watch out for those trench creatures because they're pretty scary. They really are. They're even scarier than Annabelle if you get them in the right light. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.